Hey guys, this is Miss Brown, and I just wanted to come on quickly and give you guys kind of a video explanation about our division problems for this week. Remember, you will have a quiz on this tomorrow, so I did want to just go in a little bit more in depth on these different types of problems. So we were talking about area models and also long division. So we will start with our area models first, since that seems to be where most of us have the majority of our struggles, and then we will move on to long division. So for area models, the best way I can describe area models is that it is division broken down into small multiplication problems. So in an area model, you're actually not doing any division. Spoiler alert. So let's take a look at one. So for example, let's say you are given the problem 76 divided by 6. So let's just write that up here really quick. 76 divided by 6. I hope you guys can see that. Perfect. So what you want to do is first look at this larger number, okay? The larger number is going to tell you how many boxes to draw. So for example, if you have a number like this, like 76, we know that this number has two place values, right? It has a ones and a tens too. So that means we need to draw two boxes. And I usually like to draw the first box larger just because it usually represents a larger number. So two boxes. I'm going to draw it like this. Just make sure you guys can see it. Are we good there? Yes. And then cut it in half because we need two boxes. So the very first thing that you do with the boxes is put your smaller number, or your divisor, off to the side of the boxes. So right here, we're going to put our divisor, which is 6. Okay, and in this problem, let's just say that you were already given a 60 in this box. What you would need to do is figure out what you have to multiply 6 by to get 60, and that's the number that's going to go up here at the top. Okay, so our total is 60. And we need to figure out what we have to multiply 6 by to get to 60. And we know that 6 times 10 is equal to 60. So we're going to put our 10 up there at the top. Okay? Let me move this so I can see you guys a little bit better. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is we want to fill in these boxes. We're going to pretend like we are given a 2 up there, and we want to know what goes in this box. All you have to do to figure that out is multiply the number that they give you, this top number, by your side number. Because if you know, area problems are length times width. Okay, so to get this, you do length, which is our 2, times the width, which is 6. So we would have 6 times 2 for the total of 12. So a 12 would go in that box. Okay? So now all you have to do is figure out what goes in our other boxes. And I know you can't see any boxes here, but in your online lessons, you will see those other boxes, right? And there is always a box out here to the side. I hope you guys are able to see that. Perfect. So this box out here to the side is there in case you have a remainder. Okay? To figure out if you have a remainder, you have to look at what you just solved in the problem and add it all up. Okay? So you take your totals from what you got and add them together. So I'm just going to do that down here. We have 60 plus 12. We know that's equal to 72. So far we've gotten to 72. Okay? If you look back at your original problem, you need to get to 76. Okay? Can we do that? Based off of what we have. We only got to 72. So if we only got to 72, how many remain? That's what's going to go in your remainder box. Okay, so to figure that out, all you have to do is take this, your two totals, subtract it from your original number. So we're going to do 76 minus 72. Okay, and we will have a remainder of 4. So a 4 needs to go in this box up here. So your answer would be sorry, I started to write that incorrectly. Your answer would be these two numbers up here. Let me get a different color so you guys can see. To find your answer, you add your numbers up here that you used. So we used 6 times 10, so that was our first number. Then we used 6 times 2. We need to add these together to see what we get. So we know that 10 plus 2 is 12. Let me write it here so you guys can see. So 12 with a remainder of what? 4. And you can check yourself. Just punch it in your calculator really quick. Do 12 times 6. That's equal to 72. Okay, so we were right. And 72 with a remainder of 4. Okay, I just did 76 minus 72. Okay, so we're 4 away from getting that 76, so we have a remainder. All right, let's look at the next thing. Let me wipe this off really quick. So there's our answer, just to be clear. 12 with a remainder of 4. All right, so next we are going to look at long division. And that sounds like it would be harder, but I promise you it is not. Long division is much preferred by me over area models. With area models, there's just too much room for confusion. So for that reason, I don't like them. However, you do still need to learn them. So now we're going to look at some long division problems. And long division looks like this. You're given a problem. So let's say you have 68 divided by 7. And I'll write it up here. Okay, and you want to find the answer. Well, we know that we're working with remainder, so we're going to have a remainder, right? So let's put this in long division. So to do that, you take your smaller number or your divisor and you put it on the outside. Let me use a different color. So we put 7 with our division symbol and our other number, dividend, under that symbol. Okay, there's our 7, there's our 68. Now, we're going to use this top part to find our answer. And just like the other problem, you're going to use multiplication to find out your answers for this problem. So first thing we need to do is see how close we can get to 68 with our 7 times tables. And a good starting place is usually 10. Okay, just based off of how high your number goes. A good starting place is usually 10. So if we multiplied 10 times 7, what would you get? What is 10 times 7? 70, right? And our number is 68. So, but we know we cannot go over our number. So since 70 is larger than 68, we have to go back a multiplication fact. So we use 10. So let's do 7 times 9. What is 7 times 9? 63. 7 times 9 is 63. Okay, so right here at the top, we're going to use 9. Since that's the multiplication fact we use. We're going to put the 9 up here. And then below your original number, you're going to put the total of that multiplication fact. So 7 times 9 equals 63. So that goes right here. And you want to subtract these two numbers from each other to figure out what your remainder is. Okay? So 8 minus 3, 8, 7, 6, 5. And then 6 and 6 is 0. So we are left with a remainder of 5. So our answer here is 9 with a remainder of 5. Isn't that so much easier than doing those area models? I think so. However, everybody learns differently. So if you like, if you like the area models, then feel free to do that and use those. Or if you like long division, feel free to use that model. Now, if you're just given a problem, let's just say you were given 68 divided by 7 and they allowed you to do whatever you want to do to figure that out. Well, it has a remainder, so you're going to have to use one of our strategies. You can't just put it in your calculator because it's going to give you a crazy decimal, right? So if that's the case, then choose whichever strategy works best for you. So if you like long division better, you are free to use long division to find your answer. It's just that sometimes they're asking you to do a specific strategy, like when they're asking you to do area models, and you can't choose. You have to learn how to do that. Okay, so I hope this was helpful in explaining that to you guys. Remember, there are always great YouTube videos out there if you need further explanation or just some additional practice. So I hope this helps with your long division and area models.